Ow. Okay. Hi. Hello. If I seem irritated or like sad, um I'm a little bit of both. I've made 7 honest to God attempts to do this. Some of the failures have been my fault. Some of them have been how obtuse this whole recording, but and this isn't on your end, this is on Zoom's end, how obtuse this process can be to some extent. Um, so my PCP, um, unfortunate acronym is my brain is spicy and that's okay. It's a collection of poems um, on mental illness and experiences of neurodivergent people. I'm not going to read all of them because that would take way more than 5 minutes. I'm not even going to do an in-depth analysis on all of them because that'd take way more than 5 minutes. There is a previous video where I did that. It was like the first of the 7 or so attempts. It took, I didn't even realize it. It took 20 minutes. So yeah, how'd I get the idea for it? Honestly, I like creative writing a lot, and I wanted to do something with poetry because I've done like a long form novella, but I've never done like long form poems. In all honesty, didn't end up writing any super long form poems, but I did write a lot of poems, and I'm not that experienced with poetry. I enjoyed it. Greatest helper to get my PCP created, my own mental illness. Not really. Um, talking to other people to gauge experience and if like my experiences are like universal or if they're entirely unique to me. A lot more were universal than I thought. How difficult was it to decide what my PCP would be? I have 4 other poems and poem collections lying around in my Google Docs now, some of which are multiple pages long. So very difficult. But from the beginning, I was set on it being something to do with poetry because I enjoy creative writing. And the only creative writing project I have yet to ever like pursue has been poetry. Most difficult challenge? The urge to write it, honestly, was a big part of it. Also, sharing traumatic experiences is a little draining, even in writing. Other creative project ideas I have? I'd love to write like a whole poetry book of some sort. Um, this actually did kind of inspire me to get back into creative writing. So that's super cool. I love creative writing. I just like didn't like doing it much outside of an English classroom, I thought. Turns out, no, I just enjoy it. I have a knack for it. I think it's fun. All right, I'm gonna share my screen now. Um, so the document title's different because that was the working title for this, and I don't like it. And I should have renamed it before I made this video, but I cannot be bothered. Actually, it's more just I want to keep the working titles because I like remembering it. Flashbulbs is about flashbulb memories and traumatic events. I'm gonna scroll slowly so people, if they want, can pause and read them. Binary is kind of about bipolar disorder. Ticks is about ticks. So, funny thing about ticks that a lot of people don't realize is that calling attention to them can actually make them worse. I thought that was just me, and I used it as grounds to be like, oh, I'm just faking. I'm just faking this intense pain that surges through my body from time to time and can only be resolved when it automatically jerks to the side. Yeah, I'm faking this. No, it's a physiological effect or a psychological, physio-psychological. I don't know. It's an effect. People with ticks, they get worse if you mention them. So if you see someone having a tick, and it doesn't look like they're hurting themselves or anything, and they're not like seizing up and unresponsive, leave it be. Don't ask about it. It'll make it worse, and ticks hurt. Laughter is about anxiety and the overwhelming feeling that people who are laughing nearby may be laughing at you when there is no earthly reason they'd be doing that. Overwhelm is about being overwhelmed. Intrusion is about intrusive thoughts. Young Enough to Die is about traumatic experiences and how they've shaped my the way I process death and mortality. This one was especially hard to write. This one and Flashbulbs and Moths were probably the three hardest to write. Moths being the least difficult of the three, which is also about death and dying. Masquerade Motorcade is about masking as an allistic person when you're neurodivergent, in order to clarify, masking as in pretending like you're allistic and can understand certain things that people who are completely allistic often would, but people who are autistic and other parts of the neurodivergent spectrum might not as easily grasp. And Lights is about hope because I didn't want to end it on yet another sad one. So that's my personal creative project. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this time it actually works. If it doesn't, I will cry. Yes, I want to end the meeting.